Hi everyone, this is SSG, aka Sergeant Sentinel, and welcome to another XBN video game review. Today we're talking about Atomic Heart, but before we continue, please don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Share it with someone who may like it as well. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so you can be notified when we upload new content, whether it's new game review videos or whether it's new episodes of our podcasts, PSN Party Podcast, or the XBL Party Podcast. Developed by Mundfish and published by Focus Entertainment and For Divinity, Atomic Heart is a first-person action game set in an alternate history version of the 1950s, where Russia has developed significantly advanced robots and has made tremendous scientific advancements in an effort to prepare for a Mars colonization effort. However, this beautiful, almost dreamlike existence is disrupted when saboteurs program the robots to start killing everyone within reach, and as a special operations major, it is your duty to destroy every enemy in your path and to bring the betrayers of Mother Russia to justice. Now, at its core, Atomic Heart is a first-person shooter that can be likened to the famous BioShock developed by 2K back in 2008 for the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. Now, of course, when BioShock came out, its visuals were cutting edge, and the story was unlike anything we'd ever seen before in gaming, and Atomic Heart strives to have a similar impact in the gaming world, but is not quite as memorable or potent in the visuals or delivery as the often compared to BioShock. While I'm not getting into the technical aspects of the game, I played Atomic Heart in Xbox Series X. It is not the best looking game on the system like BioShock was on consoles 2 generations prior. Also, the melee combat is not as rewarding and is admittedly slightly frustrating. In addition to this, the gunplay in Atomic Heart is good, but it's not exceptional. And in a gaming world where the margin for error is getting smaller with every generation, Atomic Heart barely squeaks by in a number of regards. The biggest strength of Atomic Heart is its story. Original, fascinating and terrifying in equal measure, and one that conveys a sense of urgency. You understand that you have to survive to keep pushing forward. It's mandatory, and there's no way to survive in this game unless you're aggressive with the enemies and you keep pushing through them regardless of how many they are or how difficult they are. And there are bits of information scattered throughout the levels that help to flesh out this already well-written story. However, there were a number of times when the waypoint as to what my main focus was stayed on a certain mission focus but not on the immediate concerns, like getting 4 canisters that you needed for a certain level. I'm definitely not going to go into spoilers so that I can save, the excitement or the mystery for the game. Now, something that I did like that the game had in it was a number of puzzles in order to unlock a switch or to basically be able to open a door that allowed you to access a different area. The way these puzzles are done is actually very well thought out, and I did enjoy these puzzles. Some people don't like puzzles in their games. You'll have some people that will complain about them a lot, and I think that's just because they want to plow through it mindlessly like Call of Duty and not have to really think. You just point, shoot, point, shoot, point, shoot, point, shoot, like Herc says. Atomic Heart is not necessarily like that. You do have to think your way through some of these areas, and like I said, you have to solve puzzles just so you can unlock some of these doors to access these areas that you have to get to accomplish some of your mission tasks. You do have a glove that actually makes it easy to gather a lot of different resources. You have different abilities you can unlock, like the ability to use electricity to open doors, to electrify enemies. If you upgrade your electricity to a certain point, you can fry these robots and cause them to explode. Now, there is something I want to talk about, and I think it's absolutely vital. There is a vending machine in this game that is extremely explicitly sexual in her conversation with you. Now, I have heard other people who played this game played it around their significant other. Their significant other, of course, being female, and their significant others were not happy with what they were saying because the people at Mundfish that wrote the script for this vending machine obviously watched a lot of Pornhub or Brazzers. It's pretty apparent that they, it's pretty apparent where they got some of this stuff from. So just keep in mind, if you have this, if you hear this vending machine talk to you and it's being extremely explicit, you want to mute your volume or not have your wife necessarily next to you. Also, I do want to mention it. There was a racist cartoon contained within the game that received a lot of negative reactions from people, and rightly so. It would make more sense to take into consideration how this would be received than say fuck it like the protagonist would and just leave it in the game. It's a small gripe, but it's one that holds weight and shows how the developers had attention to detail with some things but not others, such as being tone deaf with an in-game instance that could significantly offend a large segment of potential gamers. Now, Atomic Heart is a great game, it's a great shooter, but it does have its rough areas. Outside of that, though, I would say it's worth checking out. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching it. I do appreciate it. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and to hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time we upload a new video, whether it's a new episode of our podcast or whether it's a new game review video. Until next time, this is Sergeant Sentinel. Take it easy, gamers.